Well, the humidity still a factor on this fall afternoon, but no rain in the forecast. That's the good news as you look inside Everbank Stadium here in Jacksonville. Today we've got a Week 8 matchup on tap here, as it'll be the Indianapolis Colts taking on the Jacksonville Jaguars. Lurching closer toward the midway point of this NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. And he'll be stopped up at the 25. Now the NFL's leading rusher in 2021, Jonathan Taylor. And somehow he's going to get a yard out of this as he fought through that first contact. It's second down. Well, these two teams met in Indy earlier in the year with the Colts coming out on top. So a win here in Jacksonville would give them the season series. The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. Looking to throw. Parks. That's caught. It's Josh Downs. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. That one for Indianapolis, resulting in 15 yards and a fresh set of downs.
A gain of 15. First down, Colts.
To throw now on first down. Man, and he hits him in stride. And he'll be corralled out across midfield down to the 45. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first. From the gun, it's Taylor. 20. Takes this one in for a Colts touchdown. Jonathan Taylor with his 9th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Colts are on the board first here this afternoon. Extra point right down the middle. And it's now a 7-0 game. The kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. Looking to put a drive together. They'll run. This is Bashir Tootin. And he'll take it forward for about 5 up to the 28-yard line. Well, this defense for the Colts, they were fantastic a week ago in that win over Houston.
And how'd you like to be the quarterback reviewing the game tape from last week and seeing this defense on the spot on almost every snap? If the ball was in the air, they took it away. If the ball was popped free, they picked it up. 5 takeaways in last week's game.
Hands it off out of the gun. And he works his way forward for a couple up past the 30. You look at this Colt defense. currently #1 in the NFL against the run.
Now if they could just get their pass defense in line, this unit would be really, really strong. And remember the conversation with the defensive coordinator? He wants them to rush the passer better. He wants to see the quarterback on the ground. They've got to create some sacks.
And he said it starts early and often. We'll see if we can get to it. Well, he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. A big gain of 31 on third down.
18 Cardinal, 18, here we go, set. Cougar 19, 19 tight, 19 tight. Ready,
now back to throw. Now he's going to step up and run. And eventually taken down here. Great coverage downfield. That one will set him back nearly 10 yards here on first down on the sack.
At the 48-yard line.
Here we go. Drop 50, 76.
They'll drop the throw. And Thomas has it. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for third down.
Third and 9.
They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first. On third down, he'll drop to throw. He'll try and do this himself. And he gets it down a yard or two shy of the 30 before he's out of bounds. Decent gain on the scramble to 6, but now it's 4th.
60 Eagles, 60 Cowboy 80. Panther 60, Panther 6, Buffalo 18. Panther 11, Panther 11, Dragon 60. Ready.
Back to throw here. Goes to the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. That one good for 17 yards on 4th. Couldn't ask for much more from your offense there. First down.
First and 10 at the 15-yard line.
Back to throw. They'll try and set up the screen to Tootin. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. A nice little screen. They get 6 on first down. But yet another completion here on this opening drive, and he's now perfect 4 of 4 to start. Pretty solid execution here.
And how about how everyone's handled their nerves? Because you know what it's like to start a ball game. You're so amped up and ready to go, and sometimes the execution isn't there. They've been flawless so far. Well drilled, well prepared, and excited to start this game.
Call it no gain on the keeper, and it's going to bring up a third down. Well, for that being an option play, there really weren't too many options available for him, were there?
No, there weren't, and at least he was able to get back to the line of scrimmage, so he didn't lose anything, but you're exactly right. Nowhere to go.
And that will be incomplete. They couldn't hook up on what's going to be the final play of this first quarter. After 7-0 on EA Sports. So they're going to come to the line here, and it appears try to go for it on 4th.
Viking 18. 19 Lion. Warrior 70.
They'll set up a throw. And he's got it. It's Thomas. The Jacksonville touchdown. Brian Thomas, his first touchdown on the year. And the Jaguars take the chance on 4th and goal, and it pays off with 6. Point after, right down the middle. And we are tied at 7. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And this return going to come to a quick end as he is belted at the end of that one. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. Charles, these early season in-division games are always interesting because you're still kind of figuring yourself out, but you want to know as much as you can about the opponent, especially when it's a division matchup. So I'm curious to see how the rest of this one plays out.
Yeah, that's a good point because they're still trying to work things out. They don't know everything about their own team, let alone trying to figure out their opponent. But you've got to do both on the fly, don't you? While the game's being played, figure it out both ways and try and find a way to win.
Operating from the gun, Parks. That complete to Downs. And he's going to be touched down, but he's got the first down.
They kept the receiver in the short field, but that let his quarterback get the ball quickly to him before either guy in double coverage could react.
First down, Indianapolis.
On first down, he'll drop to throw. He'll get this complete to the rookie from Washington. And he'll be knocked to the turf right there, but they're across the 50 at the 48 now.
What an intelligent play as he found open grass and uncovered quickly. A nice clutch play to move the chains. The defense, they've got to do a much better job of accounting for these shorter routes.
They'll look to throw here on first down. That's to his tight end, Tyler Warren. And he comes down, but not before getting this inside the 25.
That's our cover. Colts. First down. First and 10 at the 24-yard line.
They'll look to throw again. This taken in by Downs. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. 12 more yards there and another first down.
First and 10 at the 11-yard line.
They give to Taylor out of the gun. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Jonathan Taylor with his second touchdown here in this first half. And the Colts have taken the lead. No going for two. They'll kick the point after. Extra point splits the uprights. And that makes the score 14-7. The Colts kicking team is out there now, and they will send this one away. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And they come into this one riding that nice long win streak. And remember, next weekend is an open week for them. So if they can get the win here, a lot of momentum into that time off.
It certainly is. And if you're wondering if anybody's saying, boy, this is coming at a bad time, we want to keep playing, the answer can be yes. Because when teams are on a hot streak, they want to keep going. But with the veterans who tell the young guys in the locker room, an open week is always good, guys. Take it and let's go with it.
That one a pickup of 15 for Jacksonville.
For a lot of guys playing this game, there's no better feeling than running right through a tackle. He's able to lower center of gravity and churn his legs for a really nice pickup.
On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And he'll work this forward for about 3 at second down. The Jaguars at 6-1 now through 7 weeks of the season. And they have certainly got it rolling as of late. Winners of 6 in a row.
And I think this is where, as a head coach, you show your team some trust. Instead of just talking about winning, the very next game, you point out to them, we're on a nice run here. And if we keep doing this, we'll be playing at home in the postseason. And we know that that could ride us all the way to the Super Bowl if we get that done.
Now he'll let it go deep right side. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's third down.
Zone coverage there, and they were playing deep. That makes it obviously a little bit harder to run by guys. And that time, there was not much of a window to get the ball in there, and it winds up incomplete.
He'll try and do this himself. And he slides to avoid the hit. 8 yards that time, able to take off, and the result is a first down.
Certainly not a positive sign if you're the D coordinator and you see your guys give up that space so early in the game. Third down, that's when the clamps are supposed to come out, but his ability to create things with his legs makes things difficult.
They go play action here on first down. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. The Colts going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. Looking to throw. He'll get this out to Tootin. And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39.
And I like the idea here. Get the ball in his hands, even if it's in the passing game. 3 catches a week ago, and he does a nice job here to pick up yardage.
On third and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And that will be incomplete. Oh, he left that one in a bad spot, but fortunately it's just an incompletion and not picked to bring up fourth down.
Hawk 70, Hawk 7, 18 Rattler, 18 Rattler.
They'll look to throw here. And this is caught, but they say out of bounds. It would have been a first down, but he couldn't stay in, and as a result, they're going to have to give up the football. Even though they didn't get it, probably the right call. Too long for a field goal and just not a whole lot to gain from a punt there.
Yeah, you wouldn't have really netted very much yardage if you pumped the ball, right? And the thing about a field goal, and you know this from so much experience, the longer the field goal, the lower it comes out off the kick, right? Which means it's got a better chance of being blocked. So you're taking a chance either way. I like the fact they went for it.
Throwing to start the drive. Parks.
Well, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete.
And I can see the officials kind of looking at each other down there, silently wondering, does this meet the level of grounding? Fortunately, he did have a receiver in the area, but I have seen less obvious throwaways called as penalties.
And second and 10, he'll look to throw again.
That's going to be taken in by Downs. Down to the 10.
Touchdown, Indianapolis.
Josh Downs
With touchdown number 8 on the year.
And the Colts will extend their lead in the final minute of the half.
Extra point forthcoming. It's good, and it is now 21-7. The Colts kicking team is out there now, and they will send this one away.
Taken at the goal line. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24.
And they're on 24-yard line.
Only good for saving face, seen the cosmetics. How many hands I gotta take to level my aesthetics? Hurry up and get your muscle up, we up the plyometric. Ran up by the Lux when that's up the highest metric. The city just made it sweet, people diabetic. They mouth get full of the
The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
And hit behind the line. He lost the football. It's loose.
And this ball recovered by the offense. But remember, they cannot advance it here in the final 2 minutes of the half. So this will be blown dead, and it'll come back to the spot of the fumble.
18 Cardinal, 18 Cardinal.
Here we go on 2nd and 12. Now he'll tuck this and run. And that'll be incomplete with the penalty marker down as well. And I think he was beyond the line of scrimmage when that ball left his hand. Maybe worse than the loss of yardage, they also lose the down. So now it's 3rd and long. He'll look to throw. Got an open man. It's Washington. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. So following the holding call, what can they do here on 3rd and long? They'll look to throw. That's complete. He's got Tootin. That's it for the first half. 2 more quarters to go. We'll have plenty more to see after the break. The Jaguars with work to do. They trail here as we are back underway on EA Sports. The lane opens here. He's past the 30. And they'll have this all the way out to the 50-yard line. Excellent field position.
During the week, the special teams coach puts together a game plan that he presents to the head coach. And in every game plan, there's one big play that he points to the head coach and says, listen, when we need it, we can go to it. I think they did exactly that on that one.
Finds Tootin out of the backfield. And so they're into maneuver. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30.
It's a gain of 23 yards.
18 Cardinal.
The Jaguars, first down.
Cougar 19.
1st and 10 at the 27-yard line.
Warriors 70. Buffalo 18.
Now on 1st down, he'll drop to throw it. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. Well, looks like they'll move things around here.
Jaguars, first down. 1st and 10.
Back to throw now on 1st down. That's to the pylon and incomplete.
That was a nice job defensively of disguising their coverage and making it difficult for the quarterback to lock in on a receiver. And it results in an incomplete pass.
Got it. Panther 60. Panther 6. 19 tight. 19.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And he's got it. It's Thomas. The Jacksonville touchdown. Brian Thomas with 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game. And the Jaguars have cut it back within a score. Extra point right down the middle. And they're back within a touchdown at 21-14. Here's the Jaguar kick team now as they run up and send this one away. Now a crease here as he's past the 30.
The Colts take over 1st and 10 at their own 33-yard line.
The Indy offense at the line and set to go. And maybe some renewed pressure on this unit following the touchdown a moment ago. It's back to a 1-score game.
And because of that pressure, because it's now a 1-score game, they know this is where you need to slow the momentum change. Because otherwise, that could overrun your team. You've got to be careful right here.
4 yards.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. He wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
From the 37, they work on 2nd and 6. Back to throw. Parks. Quick hitter here. It's complete. 2nd catch for him today, and it'll wind up a 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 46-yard line.
Looking to throw. Parks.
Over the middle, complete. It's Ward. And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line. Give the Colts 13 yards and a first down.
First down. First and 10 at the 40-yard line.
60 Bison, 60 Bison. Hey, smash.
Up the middle they go. Nowak. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
I'll tell you what, this defense hasn't played its best, but they're still right in this football game. And if they keep making plays just like that, they're going to give their offense a chance.
Looking at a 2nd and 11 now after the loss. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. And he's got his man in stride, complete. 3rd down and 1.
Brings up 3rd and 1.
Operating from the gun. Parks. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he is going to have a Colts first down as this defense unable to hold. It's a 7-yard gain there on 3rd and 2. Got to say, I was a little surprised to see him, Charles, come out in the shotgun on 3rd and less than a yard.
Yeah, but the way the NFL is nowadays, we hardly ever see anyone really run for it on short yardage. So they're going to throw the football more times than not. That was a nice, easy rhythm throw right there, and they pick up the first down.
1st and 10, Taylor now. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense gets a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard.
60 Eagles, 60 Eagles.
Here's a quick throw out left. That's caught. And he is out of bounds, getting it down to the 10. 3rd catch for him on this drive alone, and it'll give him a first down.
I like watching the wide receiver screen because it's a real teamwork play. Because guess what? The guy catching the ball, he'll get all the credit. But how about the people up to block in front of him, either fellow receivers or offensive linemen? That makes that play a really nice timing play, and sometimes it can break big.
And a nice pickup there. He gets about 5 down to the 4-yard line.
That's a strong pickup right there on first down. And as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
2nd and goal from inside the 5.
Here we go, here we go. 70 Lions.
Now they'll send a tight end in motion left. Taylor is not going to advance very far. He'll be stopped right at the line of scrimmage. It'll go as no gain on the play, and now they're looking at a 3rd and goal.
His path became similar to almost running a stretch play, didn't it? Trying to find a crease, anywhere to put his foot in the ground and cut back. It just never materialized.
Well, they've been so good on 3rd down all day long. Can they convert another here on 3rd and goal? And they'll send the tight end in motion. They'll look to throw on 3rd and goal. And he's got his target. It's caught for a Colts touchdown. From 4 yards out. And the Colts will add on to their lead here in the final minute of the 3rd.
The kick is good.
Point after, right down the middle. And the lead now up to 14. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And they'll get him down inside the 30 up to 27.
They're on 27 yards away.
Get your money up. I go money down. On all of us. On my people now. On what I love.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. They did what they had to do to start this third quarter. Went down, got the touchdown to cut the lead, but the matching touchdown a moment ago, and we're right back where we started at halftime.
Yeah, exactly. They had a little bounce in their step after scoring that first touchdown, but the defense gave one up, and that's the problem right now. Can they get better play from their defense while they continue to score on offense?
And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this third quarter. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Ball on the 28-yard line. Here's 2nd and 9.
Let's go now. Go.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
Mustang 19.
And 9 yards to go.
Buffalo Cowboy 80.
Back to throw here. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. That one good for a gain of 13 for Jacksonville and a 1st down.
For a Jaguars.
70 ring. Lightning.
First and 10.
Again, he'll drop the throw. Thomas brings it in. And he's brought down. Another nice gain, 16 yards there and a 1st down again.
Come on, come on.
First down.
Back to throw again. He's going to air this thing out deep for Thomas. And that's going to be incomplete.
And they're at the point of the ball game now where they've got to take some chances. They've got to put the ball in the air and just see what happens. But this defense knows that all too well.
Now a 2nd and 10.
Here we go. 79 Broncos.
They'll set up to throw. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively. And now it brings up 3rd down. Right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the 1st down and move the chains. He's going to air one out. And this is caught. Touchdown, Jaguars. Travis Hunter, 43 yards. And the Jaguars have made it a one-score game again here in the 4th.
Will line up for the 2-point conversion.
They'll try and throw for it. Now a run here off the RPO. He'll keep it. And he will get into the end zone, and a 2-point conversion will cut this down to a 6-point game. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Oh, a good return up past the 30. Oh, and a nice return, but he takes a big shot at the end of it. The Colts come to the line, ready to start their next drive. Their lead back down to 1 score after the touchdown a moment ago. 1st down's a must on this drive as they start out here 1st and 10. And able to get this one all the way up to about the 46-yard line.
85 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here. Second down and a little more than a yard here. Again, it's Taylor.
And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. 7 yards there and a 1st down.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with. And throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a 1st down, he's the guy they've turned to. And it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They feel like they've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
That's some good hard running there as he'll push his way forward for about 5.
I know the game's not over, but there's got to be a sense of satisfaction right now for the guy carrying the football a bunch today. 99 yards, and he has enough time to go over the century mark.
Well, you got to give it to him again, right?
Yeah, there's no doubt about it. You're not worried about losing yardage here. You're not worried about any of that. You just want to get him to the promised land for every runner. 100 yards or more in a game.
Now a handoff up the middle. No whack. And this defense not ready for that one as he'll take this down inside the 25.
I have to chuckle to myself a little bit, Brandon, because right now I could be in that huddle with that offensive line. I know exactly what they're saying. If you call a pass play here, we're going to call timeout. Run the football. We've got control of this thing. Get him behind us and let's go.
Their time to shine. Points of contact necessary at this stage as they'll run on first down. And they work this near the 5. He'll be stopped at the 6.
This defense needs a big play in the worst way because so far they're not putting up much of a fight. If they don't get a stop here soon, this game could be over for them.
It's first and goal, and a late touchdown at this stage could officially salt this one away. Going for the knockout punch. They'll try and run. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4.
All of a sudden, those lanes that were there earlier in the drive dry up near the goal line. That's a good job defensively to diagnose the run and stop it for a very short pickup.
Running left, Taylor. And he takes this one in for a Colts touchdown. Jonathan Taylor, a 3-yard touchdown run. And the Colts are able to build on to their fourth-quarter lead. And now the Colts are going to keep the offense on the field as they'll go for 2 here. They'll look to throw. And this one's caught. And their fourth-quarter lead grows by a couple more.
36, Jaguars 22.
The Colts kicking team is out there now, and they will send this one away. And this one definitely not in the landing zone. In fact, it's over the back line of the end zone, so this ball will come out to the 30 now. This is first and 10.
Here we go, go!
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
Just a difficult situation to be in here in the final minute. Down 2 scores. You know you need some providence from somewhere. They're going to keep firing away till the end, but this one falls incomplete.
Looking for his running back, and he's got it. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45.
2
timeouts remaining, but time is of the essence. Down 2 scores. It's first and 10. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. Here's first down.
Come on.
They'll look to throw again. He's going to air this thing out deep for Thomas. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
Ooh, that's certainly not the worst thing. It stops the clock and lets your offense catch its breath and lets us exhale a little bit. Now I expect them to call a couple plays in the huddle, so they're ready if a tackle happens inbounds.
He'll try again with the arm here on second down. That is caught by Hunter. And they'll get him to the ground, and he has another first down at the Colts' 25-yard line. They'll set up a throw. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down.
Well, this defense has been physical all game long, and it certainly looks like they're not going to back off and make things any easier. They want to keep making life miserable for the receivers all the way to the end.
They'll try again here. 2nd and 10.
Buffalo 18. Viking 18. Panther 11. Panther 11. 18 Rattler. 18 Rattler. 79 Broncos. Ready?
They'll drop the throw. Under pressure, and down he goes. They sack him back at the 36. Now the Jags will use the second of their timeouts as they get it with just 19 seconds left on the clock.
A big play needed, no doubt. 3rd and long.
Dragon 60. Set up. Hawk 70. Hawk 70. Ready.
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Under pressure, they got him again. The Jaguars now will use the last of their timeouts. That'll be their 3rd and final stoppage here as we step aside.
Let's go now.
As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive.
This is caught. It's Christian Watson.
And they move this all the way down to the 9.
It's a gain of 37. That's good for a Jaguars first down.
So no shortage of offense in this game, but a very clean game too, Charles. Each side got its points, but they did so without committing a single turnover.
That's so true, and it certainly felt like NFL football at its finest, right? You talk about the highest level for both of these offenses. Neither one of them afraid of taking risks, and both of them aggressively pushing it downfield. I did like, Brandon, how smart they were about going about their business, though. They were high flying, but they took care of the ball.
Yeah, they did. And just keeping it clean in a game like this with all these points, you don't see that very often, even at the highest level. Job well done by both sides.
So for Indianapolis,